elderly couple in the state of Utah opened their door to Russell Frankie, a 12-year-old boy who was obviously emaciated and malnourished. This was the result of the YouTuber Ruby Frankie and her channel 8 Passengers, where the mother had exploited her children and behind the scenes was abusing her children mentally and physically, abusively as well. Ended up getting arrested, and just kind of goes to show how we don't really know what's going on behind the scenes, but there are signs. This happens to many childhood YouTubers, where parents just force them to make content, and it's just their childhoods are being stolen because of it, because their parents want to make money off of them. Now, I know most of you probably have or do currently follow either child creators or like family YouTubers, and most of you do know a little child who is dear to you. And I know a child that's dear to me as my little sister, 6 years old, who also happens to be addicted to YouTube. She loves watching YouTube, and I also grew up watching YouTube, so this topic is definitely very important to me. By the end of the speech, you guys will understand the need for stronger regulations in the YouTube community in order to protect children from being exploited and shown inappropriate content, and how we can advocate for things like this. So back to the Russell Frankie kid. She was exploiting her children online. She would post videos of her underage daughters, not even teenagers, about intimate things such as getting their periods, getting their first bras, and very intimate stuff like that, in order just to get views and get money off the children. On top of that, she wouldn't even pay her children. She would pay her children, according to like the documentary that I watched on it, maybe like a couple of dollars, but that is nothing compared to the tens of thousands of dollars she made on all the videos. She even, in one of the videos, admitted to her teenage son, Chad, sleeping on a beanbag for 6 months. So this goes back to my point, even though we don't always see the signs behind the scenes of what's going on, there are signs in the videos, and obviously by posting intimate things of your child getting their first period, that's something that's very private to them. There are also many pedophiles on YouTube that love to watch videos like these, that go towards these videos of these children being exploited, and YouTube just does nothing, just lets these videos just be posted and keeps them up. The videos were still up of all these private things of the Frankie kids until Ruby Frankie herself took down these videos, because she started her channel all over again. So these videos weren't even taken down by YouTube, they were taken down by the mother herself, who is now in prison and is serving 40 to 30 years in prison. Another example is the Piper Raquel case. Her mother, Tiffany, was sued for emotional abuse and sexual assault, because she would exploit not only her child, but she was also the manager of other kid accounts, of other little kids. They had like a little group, and she would post them in revealing clothing. She would have them do like suggestive photo shoots and stuff like that in order just to gain profit off of these children. And the real question is, why is YouTube keeping all these videos up? There's supposed to be guidelines and regulations to protect these children who obviously don't have control over what they're being literally forced to do. There was also a research study done by the Pew Research Center. It surveyed parents with children that were 11 or younger, and the results showed that 70% of their children have seen inappropriate content on YouTube. Now, there's obviously a lack of regulations and monitoring on YouTube by the YouTube guidelines, and there definitely needs to be stronger monitoring over what videos are being targeted to kids and what videos are being posted by kids with kids in them. There was a BBC article posted in 2020 that explained how there was a law in France that basically any child influencer had, by law, had to take some of the earnings from the videos that they make and be put into their own account. It just goes to show how like the US kind of lacks things like that. Even though there are stuff for like child actors, there's not there's law for child actors, but there's not laws for like child influencers where they need to, have their own money and then access it when they're 18. Now let's imagine a world where these protections are in place and like kids can actually enjoy YouTube and what it was made for and be excited to create content for other kids. If there's no action, there will be more cases like Ruby Frankie, Piper Raquel, and there will be higher rates of children seeing inappropriate content on YouTube. Things we can do is sign many petitions, monitor children's devices closely, and download apps on their phone to monitor them. There are many dangerous platforms in the world, but I suggest we start with YouTube. Thank you.